Hey guys, I want to show you a cool um, resource that I like to use in my classroom. It's called Edpuzzle. It is really easy to log in, sign up, and get going. So if you have not signed up for Edpuzzle, you can just click sign up. As a teacher, if you have a Google account, just connect with Google right there. I already have an account, so I'll just click log in with Google, and should take me right into my teacher dashboard. And there you can see my teacher dashboard. The objective behind this is I want to show you how to create a lesson using the Edpuzzle. This is a free resource. It's very interactive and engaging for the students. I believe that it creates more time for face-to-face collaboration in class with your students. It's a big time saver. One great feature of this is it doesn't allow the kids to skip ahead in the videos, so it makes sure that the kids have to watch the entire video, exactly what you want them to do. It allows you to see if the students are replaying the video, like a certain section of the video, and if a lot of your students are, you know that that's a specific area that you need to maybe reteach or spend some more time on. I also like the performance bands at the built-in performance bands, so it tells you whether the students have mastered or they have not mastered the video at the end when you look at the individual student report. So those are some of the great features of Edpuzzle, of why I chose that resource. The ISTE standards that I chose are number 2, leader. Educators seek out opportunity for leadership to support student empowerment and success and to improve teaching and learning. Educators will shape, advance, and accelerate a shared vision for empowered learning with technology by engaging with educational stakeholders. And C, model for colleagues the identification, exploration, evaluation, curation, and adoption of new digital resources and tools for learning. I also liked number 5, the designer, where they will use technology to create, adapt, and personalize learning experiences that foster independent learning and accommodate learner differences and needs. This falls under the designer. As I said, educators design authentic, learner-driven activities and environments that recognize and accommodate learner variability. So those are the 2 standards that I chose for this particular resource. So let's get started here. It's pretty easy to use, and you can see that this is one that I have that the students had to turn in on Friday. I can already tell that 26 out of 27 students turned this in, and they is showing green, which means that most of my the 26 out of 27 have mastered it, because I know that color green goes with mastered. So that is good. Some of the class options, you can look to edit the class name, connect with Google Classrooms, you can delete a class. Here's my classes here. If you want to add a new class, you can make the name, type whatever name you want in there. You can import a classroom, which is pretty easy. Probably your best bet if you are using Google Classroom, just upload the students from your classroom, and that's a one-stop shop there. Let's look at some of the content and how we can use Edpuzzle. So if I go to content, and there's different ways I can do this. Let's look at, and this is where Edpuzzle pulls videos from. So if I look at this, I can duplicate it, I can edit it, I can watch it. So if I want to edit it, and I can do a voiceover, I can add audio notes. This gives me the ability to list specific instructions, specific ways that I want the students to watch the video, specific ways I want them to take notes during the video. Anything I want to add as far as instruction goes, I can do that with audio notes. And then at the end, I can put in quiz questions throughout the video, and it will stop the video wherever I have put a quiz question, and the students will have to answer it before moving on. And then there's no way for the students to skip around, so that's good. They have to go all the way through the video. So if you're somebody that likes to create your own content, that's a great way to do it. You can also pick videos that you can upload your own video. You can pick videos, let's say that I want to do one on statistics. If I click on that, this one is already built in for me. It's got the question marks. So that one's pretty easy. It's time friendly. And then I can just click and assign to whatever class I want to assign that to. So those are two nice features. If you're somebody that's pretty techy, you may want to upload your own videos and create your quizzes and assessments on your own. If you're somebody that's maybe not as comfortable with technology, you can go in and use, they've got thousands of videos already with quiz questions in there, and you just go and click and upload it to your specific class. When you hit assign, like I said, you can just click whatever class you want to upload it to. It's pretty easy. So I hope you enjoyed this. This is a resource that I would like to use even more in my classroom. It's a real nice way to start off a lesson. That way, at the end of a lesson, I can assign this going into the next lesson and quickly see what students already know. That way we don't have to spend a bunch of time on things that students already know. We can spend the majority of our time on the areas of weakness, of the gaps we're trying to close. So that is one way I use it in my classroom. There's many ways that you can use this in your classroom. That's just one of the ways that I like to use it in mine. So I hope that you give Edpuzzle a try. I don't think you'll be disappointed. It's very user friendly, and I hope you enjoy it.